Well, there was a guy, I can't remember, he's written a book about it, Chris Duff. He came to grief down there, getting badly trashed coming in on surfed, and then the picture of his boat is just awful.
Yeah, exactly. And then that happens in a remote place, you know. It
was very remote.
You're certainly looking at a helicopter or a plane out of there.
Exactly. So
and possibly the end of the trip. Yeah.
And it was not the end of the trip. A helicopter ride back in again.
Yeah,
that's right.
So carry on.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that didn't happen, so well done. So you didn't swim at any point? Or is there... No.
We each had 3 rolls through the trip.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Mine were all within 5 minutes of each other. Landing at Okarito. It was kind of rough and probably 2 to 3 metre swell with wind, stormy. Yeah. And we decided to land there, but as we got closer we could see the waves crashing in on the beach just beside us there, and it looked quite scary and meaty, and we were just talking about it, going, ooh, I don't know about that, what do you think? And basically this wave just broke on me, and just that was it. I was going in, and it knocked me over almost straight away, and then but it rolled me right back up again. It was really turbulent, and suddenly I'm back up again, and I'm in the wave like this, and I'm thinking, oh God, stay upright, but I didn't manage to, and anyway I got flipped over again, and this time the wave let me go, and I rolled back up. And then I was like this, where am I? Where's Barry? And I couldn't see Barry anywhere, but I'd been taken quite a long way towards the beach, so I was like, well, I'm going in.
Yep, you're on your way.
We're going in. So, and then I got knocked over again in the last beach, the sort of dumping wave right on the beach there. But,
you're pretty much on your own as well, aren't you? There's nothing either one of us can do.
Yeah. And Barry had a good loop one day. Got his paddle ripped out of his hands, but...
Fortunately. Managed to come up without a paddle. It was a very good hand roll. No, it wasn't. I just came up. I saw my paddle floating on the surface.
And grabbed it.
Grabbed it for the next wave.
Impressive.
It was tied on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Grabbed it. It was tied on. The paddle used to gone underneath the boat and trying to get it before the next wave hit me. It was going out. But, it was quite violent. That was quite. There's some very powerful waves out there. Yeah. And when your boat's really, it's really heavy, full of kit. It doesn't make it that easy. It's quite jarring on your joints.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that was all West Coast sort of stuff.
Yeah. It wasn't actually. The surf wasn't actually that bad that day, but it was just the timing was wrong. I got a big set and tried to paddle back over the top of it, but managed to get just to the top of it and drop down and went over.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well done. Well, you made it. That's the main thing. So, does this, in terms of the trip as a whole, is it stand out as one of the key thing? Is it a highlight for you in terms of your paddling career so far? Oh my God, was it?
Hello.
Just a minute. G'day, Evan. How you doing?
Good. Having a walk this way?
This is Evan, everybody. He's from Basque. Just a minute. Let me get.
That's me.
Is it?
That's me. You haven't got one of these.
No.
Said Babs could buy it for $50.
It's quite. We're both quite relieved actually to get off the West Coast.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful, and the people we met down there were amazing. The people, for me, made the whole trip. The people we met,
brilliant.
They just made the difference.
Yeah.
A fantastic trip. Yeah.
Very cool. So what's next?
Oh, go home and grow some vegetables. I think I'll find that probably more difficult. I don't think I'm going to have very green fingers. I don't know in terms of trips. I think for both of us this was a big deal. A big trip, a big thing to do, to take on, and I think it needs a bit of time for the old cogs to process everything and wonder if we want to do something else like that again, of that scale, of that length of time and distance, and a mental sort of strain sometimes with the surf. I think I've never been so on edge, if that's the right term, on a trip before, like most days, just because you don't know where you're going to land, and we've not seen a photo of or a picture of most places we're going to land. We don't really know what it's like. We could look at a map and go, well, that looks like it might be a bit protected, but some of the bays we thought might be a bit protected were actually some of the best surf beaches, because it wraps right round and you get really clean surf,
Yeah, some real
surf
wrapping around some other places.
Yeah.
So, you know, we could often use our judgment when you're actually at a place and go, right, that corner's going to be better than that corner, or those rocks might offer some protection. But, you know, and often the landing was never as bad as we thought it might be.
Right.
Sometimes it was, but yeah, no, it was just, I found it quite a lot of days I was thinking about the landing and I was worried about the landing. And I don't think I've ever really had that to the same extent before on a trip.
Yeah.
When I've paddled, it's, you know, you don't normally have so few options of landing. So, you know, at the end of, you want to put a big long day in if you think there's going to be a bad landing, a safe landing at the end of the day. So when it comes to, you know, if you get to that point and you've done a full day's paddle, you can't really carry on and think, oh, we'll do another 5k, see if there's something around the corner, because you look at the map and you know there's not. You know, that's it. You know at the beginning of the day quite often that's your one point to land and you hope it's okay.
Yeah.
So you don't get headwind, so you can't get there.
Yeah, and you're paddling along and the swell's coming in and you know, you sort of, certainly for me, it was on my mind quite a lot through the day. You know,
Yeah.
But I think also this is, for me as well, the place where people have been most kind to us.
That's cool.
And that has made a huge difference. It's been wonderful. Like, one time we landed at Hunts Beach. And we had a long day, we kept pushing, and we landed at about 7:30, which at that point it was an hour till it was dark. And it didn't look ideal for putting the tent up, and we were tired. So we went to get some water from the house there. There was just a couple of houses there. And we turn up and tell them what we've been doing. Like, oh, well, you better come in for some of the real water. And they handed us a beer each. And then 10 minutes later, we were just chatting to these 3 families in there all gathered for dinner. And they're like, well, we've just had a big lamb roast and there's loads left. Do you want to finish it for us? Like,
oh, yeah.
And they wanted us to eat the whole lot, finish it. And
it was delicious.
Isn't that great?
Big pot of real potatoes.
Oh, I know, that was so exciting. And roasted vegetables and stuff. And then another guy around the table's like, well, you don't want to put your tent up when I've got loads of perfectly good beds at my house. Come around with me.
Right.
Come back with me. Have a day off tomorrow and take the car up to Fox Glacier.
Okay, we did.
Right. Yeah.
And we checked the weather in the morning and we sort of convinced ourselves that it wasn't really good weather when
it was fine. There was a northerly predicted and it never came.
Right.
We could have gone, but you know, we had a really nice time. So.
Yeah, brilliant.
And if it had been better weather, they would have got us a free helicopter flight over the glacier as well, because they were the pilots. But
Hunts Beach, what was their name?
But yeah, unfortunately, it was low visibility. They weren't flying. Right. But you know, we had a good time.
That's fantastic.
And there was quite a few people that we met. That one for me stands out quite a lot. That one stands out. But there was like guys we met in Fiordland and on a boat. They were just going on a fishing trip for 2 weeks on their adventure. And we bumped into them. We met them on the water after a really hard crossing across one of the sounds, and we spent the afternoon with them. They took us fishing, and they seemed like really excited to sort of spend time with us, and we were excited to spend time with them. We were both sort of part of each other's adventure, and we went to stay with them the other night. We kept in touch, went to stay with them the other night. And
on the way up to here.
So you've actually kept in touch with some of them. That's great.
We had a great evening. Really nice evening.
That's one of the good things I will say about New Zealand is we've managed to retain some of that.
Yeah.
It's like hitchhiking or whatever, that you actually can still meet people complete strangers.
Yeah.
And they'll take
really
you in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. Yeah, some lovely people.
That's great.
With,
Cool, so are we going to have This is the C4?
Yes, probably. I keep saying I'm going to think of another title, but I haven't managed it for the first 3. So I think there will be another video, and I have a sneaking suspicion it'll be called This is the C4. So our New Zealand trip will be part of that.
Brilliant. And
a few other expeditions. At the moment, there's lots of expeditions due to be in it, so I'll have to film some more exciting action stuff as well, and maybe a few more destination places. And yeah, I'm going to release it before this Christmas.
Great.
Christmas 2008.
Good. Well, there's a bunch of us learning how to surf tomorrow. So this could be some really good, wouldn't say action, more like entertainment.